What's up guys, it's Scoopman5000. Today we're back for another action figure review. We're on day 4 of Mando week, and we're taking a look at the Carbonized Boba Fett from the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back. And so this is a straight up re-release of the 40th anniversary retro carded figure, just done with the carbonized look. They call it carbonized graphite on the packaging. And this actually showed up around the same time as my other Boba Fett, but I wanted to save this one for Mando week, and while it's not directly related to the Mandalorian, this is the OG Mandalorian, and there's some rumors and rumblings that he could appear in the show. So before we finish it off and the season premieres tomorrow, we're going to go back to the roots of the Mandalorian and look at this figure. We get the really awesome carbonized packaging, where we get a color that is special to the character. In this case, it's green. Really awesome metallic green packaging. Yellow background, so it really pops out, and you can see the awesome figure inside. This is the old school Star Wars Black Series box. They updated it like right after this figure came out, but you could see Boba Fett's render in the front with some yellow metallic. There's no numbering on this figure because it's an exclusive. Boba Fett on the back, and then on the back we get the description, which reads, with his customized Mandalorian armor, deadly weaponry, and silent demeanor, Boba Fett was one of the most feared bounty hunters in the galaxy. And like I said, he's the OG, the first ever Mandalorian we saw in Star Wars, and the reason why we have a show, The Mandalorian, in 2020. On the bottom, here's the UPC. I don't know if this guy ever actually hit stores. I got mine off of Big Bad Toy Store. But with that out of the way, let's get to it, and let's break open this packaging and take a look at Boba Fett. And here's carbonized Boba Fett out of the packaging. He comes included with a few accessories, starting out with his jetpack. Then you could also see he comes included with his blaster pistol, and both of these weapons are done with some carbonized looking deco, so it's like a bronzish kind of color for the gun, some silver details up top. And then we get Boba Fett's more iconic rifle. It looks almost like a revolver. Then it's got a big barrel, big scope, and a big stock on the back of it. And like I was saying with Cara Dune's gun, it's kind of, you know, that's the aesthetic of early Star Wars. You just take a gun, you add a bunch of greebles to it, and now you got a Star Wars gun. But I love Boba Fett's rifle, and really cool that the Mandalorian's actually using like the original cartoonish looking Boba Fett gun with the blaster stinger coming out of the front of it. But this is the design that he ended up with in the movies, and that leaves us with the Boba Fett figure. And we got to go ahead and bring in that 40th anniversary figure. You can see he's the exact same, just done with the carbonized plastic look. But head to toe, all the same sculpt. Even the cape is the same, but it does have different colors. But I just wanted to get that comparison out of the way to start with. But from now on, we're going to look at him as if he's a new figure, if this is your first look at this Boba Fett. So we'll go ahead and grab him. We'll look at the helmet first. Really good movie accurate costume here. I don't know if this is like reused from the original Boba Fett's or if they've revised it. I know there's a new deluxe one coming out from Return of the Jedi, and that one's going to be different sculpt. But this one's Empire Strikes Back, the original design of Boba Fett, where he was being recruited by Darth Vader. But really awesome design. I just love these carbonized figures. Again, like the credit collection we've been looking at, they're repaints, but unique enough, I think, where it's going to entice collectors. Another thing also where they're really awesome looking mint in box. But for me, I've gone ahead and opened all my carbonized figures, and I'm not really buying duplicates of these because they don't display as nicely as those Kenner card backs. But you see really awesome sculpt, like I said, the yellow details up here, the chevrons, the red outline of the helmet, just classic stuff. Boba Fett, of course, the original cool action figure to have, the original Kenner Boba Fett. I'm pretty sure Black Series did do a Kenner colored Boba Fett, but that one's really hard to get. It was like a Star Wars Celebration or something like that exclusive. For now, I'm cool with this one. I'm cool with the 40th anniversary figure, and I'll probably end up picking that deluxe one up as well, because you can never have too much Boba Fett's, too much Mandalorians. You can see the jetpack again, some really nice details there. Onto his front shoulder armor. Because it's an older mold, there really isn't much articulation to it, but it doesn't break up any sculpts at all. You can see this little decal on here is the same as the original figure. Same goes for the Mandalorian logo on his shoulder, but it's carbonized green on the armor. You get the red details up top, and then a whole silver jumpsuit for the rest of the figure. The belt is done in a nice bronze color. You got the pouches going on, and then a darker brown, still carbonized for these pouches. All sorts of bells and whistles going on over here. You see even some battle damage decals on the shoulder here. All sorts of dings and scuffs in the sculpt. On one elbow, you got a little wire connecting to the gauntlet. He's got the gold knee pads, but that's really about it in terms of aesthetics here, because it is a re-up of the Boba Fett that we got before. To go over his articulation, the head, you get the ball joint up top. Not the best articulation because it's an older styled figure, looks up that much and down that much. It's better than Jango, but not by much. The torso just gets a little bit of rotation here at the bottom of the armor, but it's really not going back or forward really much at all. And there's maybe a slight tilt, but nothing noticeable. The shoulder armor is sculpted on here, unlike those other Mandalorian figures we've been looking at, but it does go underneath the armor in this case, so it can still go above 90 degrees. You get a hinge and swivel there. You get single jointed elbow, only that much rotation at the gauntlet, and then hinge and swivel at the hand. He splits out past 45 degrees. This holster's getting a bit in the way. You get an upper thigh cut hidden pretty well by those front pockets. At least you do get a double jointed knee. Very tight though, I'm not even going to go for it, but it is there. And then you're getting a hinge and an ankle rocker at the boot. And that does it for Carbonized Boba Fett. So now we'll go ahead and do some comparisons. And for some other Carbonized figures, here he is with the Mandalorian and then also the Carbonized Stormtrooper that came out around the same time as this Boba Fett. So you can see how all the Carbonized figures look together. Now I think we should get a Carbonized Jango Fett just to complete the trinity here of the Mandalorians, but still really cool stuff as it is. And then here he is with some characters in his bloodline. We got Jango Fett, who obviously he's a clone of his son, and then also we got the Captain Rex, who is a clone of Jango Fett. And then we'll go ahead and throw in some figures we've reviewed this week as part of Mando week. We got the Heavy Infantry Mandalorian and also Cara Dune. And overall, that's going to do it for Carbonized Boba Fett. And he's another Boba Fett. You can't go wrong, but it at least does have the illusion that it's a unique figure just because of the uniqueness of the carbonized look. But let me know what you guys think of this figure. Are you going to pick it up, or is it a pass? And do you want to see any other characters in the carbonized style, such as Jango Fett or Captain Rex or something like that? Any other characters you think would look good? Let me know. We're on the home stretch of Mando week here. We got one more review tomorrow. And who better than the Mandalorian himself, the newest Beskar figure we're going to be taking a look at. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this Boba Fett review. I'm going to be posting some figure photography at the end of this video, as well as on Instagram, scoopman_5000. If you like these kind of reviews and any other action figure reviews, you know to stay right here on the channel. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next action figure review.